Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. To begin with, I would like to urge the House to approve this facility in the supreme interest of the cocoa farmers we represent in this House. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying that I'm urging this House to approve this facility in the supreme interest of the farmers we are representing. Mr. Speaker, I am saying this because we are the representatives of the people. We own COCOBOD. It is for the people of Ghana. We have engaged some managers to manage this special, precious asset for us. And for 6 continuous years, they've been incurring losses. Mr. Speaker, the figures are alarming. And with your kind permission, having resolved that this House is going to approve the facility in the interest of the farmers, you afford us ample opportunity to highlight all the critical issues so that this House will take immediate action to halt what is happening at COCOBOD. Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Member, I don't think you just want me to give you all the time. So I am not going to give you all the time. So work within time. We have a lot of business, so please.
Mr. Speaker, we handed over COCOBOD to them in 2017. In 2017, they incurred a loss of 395 million Ghana cedis. The loss came down to 78.2 million. In 2019, it increased to 320 million. In 2020, it increased again to 420 million. Mr. Speaker, 2021, it is 2.4 billion Ghana. 2.4 billion Ghana cedis. 24 trillion cedis. Mr. Speaker, in 2022, it jumped to 3.3 billion. And the minister says, the minister is saying that COCOBOD is back on track, while he is projecting a loss of 2.6 billion this year. A loss of 2.6 billion this year. And we say that this company is back on track. Mr. Speaker, I'm surprised that the minister is attributing their crisis to cocoa roast. He's attributing the crisis to breeder. Mr. Speaker, I'm going to explain to him the main causes of the problem that we are having with COCOBOD. Yes. The first one is this. In 2016, total administrative cost at the headquarters of COCOBOD was 363 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, in 2021, it jumped to 2.5 billion. Challenge me. 2.5 billion cedis. Mr. Speaker, office expenditure alone has increased by 589%. And then you increase cocoa price by 63% and you were jumping. You are celebrating. After increasing your own expenditure, your allowances, by 589%. This is how you have extended cocoa farmers' money. Mr. Speaker, even this year, Mr. Speaker, what is surprising this year, now that we are in crisis, everybody is complaining about the state of affairs at COCOBOD. We know COCOBOD is staggering and stumbling. COCOBOD is on the edge of precipice, gasping for breath. Mr. Speaker, you have provided in your budget that you are going to use 302,910 Ghana cedis to purchase torchlights, solar torchlights. Is that your priority at this time? Solar torchlights in your own budget. So you didn't read the budget. It's here. Your own budget, you are committing 302 million Ghana cedis. 3 trillion cedis to buy solar torch line at the time that you cannot even pay contractors. Can you imagine? Give them their money. You don't have to pay torch line. Another important point. Is that your brand? Give it to them. In 2016, COCOBOD expended 164 million to service their debts. That was the total amount of money they needed to service their debts. 164 million Ghana cedis. Today, you have reported to us that last year you used 5.6 billion Ghana cedis to service your debts. 5.6 billion Ghana cedis. It's a fact. Financing cost alone, cost of your finance, that alone has increased by 3,326%. Opposite to the history of And I'm surprised that we are here defending this war, Mr. Minister. I'm shocked. We haven't come to this year's budget. So please, I'm worried that you are defending this. Last year, COCOBOD got the same facility of $1.3 billion. They told us that they needed that money to be able to purchase 800,000 tons of cocoa. We approved the money for that. We approved it. At the end of the year, they reported that they bought only 655,803. And so ordinarily, one would have expected that they would have made some savings for this country. Mr. Speaker, they are reporting that they incurred a loss of 3.2 billion. Just a 2 trillion. And we sit here defending this. Are we serious? Honorable members, for once, let's all agree that COCOBOD is not on the right path. COCOBOD is in crisis as a result of mismanagement, recklessness, and bring the institution back on track. In 2013, we were servicing the Dam facility. The Dam facility was contracted under President before. I was in this house. Every year, we service that facility with 41,000 tons of cocoa. We did in 2013, COCOBOD made profit. In 2014, we did it, COCOBOD made profit. In 2015, we did it, COCOBOD made profit. Sure. Why is it that during your time alone, you are saying that you cannot make profit? Why? Do you know what we are doing? Last year, we approved 350 million Ghana cedis for them to buy fertilizer. The fertilizer that you are subsidizing. We were doing free fertilization. You abolish it and introduce a subsidy. We approved 350 million for COCOBOD. This year, you are reporting to us that even though we approved 350 for you, you expended 2.6 billion on fertilizer alone. Where is it? Where is the fertilizer? Honorable Minister, you are saying that COCOBOD is on track. Where is that fertilizer? Mr. Speaker, it's an area that we have to investigate. Because last year, the Agri Committee, we have been monitoring the sector. Fertilizer that was made available cannot even be 200 million. Yes. Now we are talking about 2.6 billion. 26 trillion for fertilizers. We have never done that. After all, we are not doing cocoa rehabilitation. We gave you 600 million to rehabilitate cocoa. You said you are cutting down cocoa trees, and that is the reason why you are not getting the quantities. At the time that you are cutting down the trees, you are buying fertilizer that we have never bought in this country. Hey, what is this? Last year, we approved 481 million for you to go and fight against cocoa disease and pest control. We gave 481. Now you are reporting that even though we approved 481, you have expended 1.1 billion. That alone is 1 trillion. And where are the chemicals? The farmers are complaining everywhere that they are not getting the chemicals. But you say that this is the year in the history of COCOBOD that you have bought quantities that have never been bought in the history. Mr. Speaker, all of us here will bear us out that when they bought a $600 million facility here, we approve it without any challenge, without any opposition, because they told us that they were going to use the money to rehabilitate our cocoa. And Mr. Speaker, in that budget, they have allocated $10 million for the establishment of cocoa monitoring system. They wanted to capture the data of the farmers. They wanted to trace the farmers wherever they are. And in that system, they embedded traceability system so that wherever you are, from the production point to the point, we can trace the source of our cocoa. Now, just this year, May, EU has passed a law. The law says that any cocoa producing country that produces cocoa through deforestation will not have their cocoa sold in the EU market. Again, if you use children on the cocoa farms, you will not be allowed to enter the EU market. Because of this, GIZ, which is also pursuing sustainable initiative, is working together with COCOBOD to strengthen the mechanism that we have to trace cocoa for Ghana so that our cocoa can be sold in the EU market. Mr. Speaker, surprisingly, in their budget here, they have captured $772 million to set up the system, a system that is already in place. $772 million, 7 trillion for this. Mr. Speaker, now back to this year's proposal. Very serious matters. Very, very serious matters. And I want Mr. Speaker to listen to this point very attentively, because the minister decided not to talk about it.
Whilst I'm going to listen attentively, you should begin to descend for landing. So I'm listening, but prepared to write down.
Global cocoa price is spiking as a direct response to the dwindling cocoa output in West Africa, specifically in Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. Cote d'Ivoire, the leading producer of cocoa in the world, witnessed decline in their production. In 2021, they produced 2.1 million tons of cocoa. But in 2022, production declined to 259,000 tons, a shortfall of 40%. Then Ghana, the second largest producer of cocoa, in 2020-2021, Ghana produced 1,047,000. Mr. Speaker, in 2022, it declined to 655,810, a shortfall of 37%. The cumulative effect of this is the global shortage of cocoa that is driving up cocoa prices in the world market. And Mr. Speaker, this is the year for all cocoa farmers across the globe, for them to be enraptured, because prices have gone up never before in the history of cocoa. And so when the government was determining the producer price of cocoa, we drew their attention to the fact that the FOB price of 2,600 that they are using, they are cheating, they are shortening the cocoa farmers. Because they challenge this. In fact, the ex-president, President John Dramani Mahama, commented on this, and they queried him, they attacked him. Today, they have submitted their own documents vindicating our position. They are saying that in April, they collateralized only 36.2% of our cocoa, of the projected output of 850,000. Mr. Speaker, 36.2% translates into 307,700 tons. So they collateralized only 36% at a price of 2,600. The rest, 63.8%, are being sold at spot prices, $3,600 to $4,000. You don't The minister is saying what I'm saying is not true. I will read for your document. The letter that you signed is here, Honorable Minister. Let me read.
You sign without reading.
There's no in this one.
But Honorable Member, I'm giving you. Honorable Member. Honorable Members, please allow me to manage the House. Honorable Member, I'm giving you 2 minutes to conclude. Honorable Eric, I'm giving you 2 minutes to conclude, please. He has spoken a lot.
Mr. Speaker,
But who said you are going to be giving time to speak?
Mr. Speaker, this is very, very important point. And I've seen my honorable majority leader listening with rapt attention. Mr. Speaker, if you do this nation a favor by allowing me to finish with this particular point, I beg you, the 2 minutes will not be enough for me to exhaust it. Unless the arrangement is to guard me. Unless you decide to guard me, not to allow me to speak. Otherwise, allow me to exhaust.
Honorable Member, I'm giving you 2 minutes. So conclude.
Mr. Speaker, this is from the document submitted to the Finance Committee and the leadership of the Agri Committee by the Honorable Minister for Food and Agriculture. And Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I'll read point 2, point 3, and again point 7, point 2. For the 2023-2024 cocoa season, the Minister for Food and Agriculture gave approval for COCOBOD to borrow up to 1.5 billion. However, based on thorough assessment of the world market situation, COCOBOD projected that prices were likely to rise to 2,600 per ton and above. Hence, a prudent decision was taken to limit the amount of the facility to $800 million in order not to lock in many volumes at lower prices, but to take advantage of better prices in subsequent months. Then we go to 7.2. The facility does not have to damage the stock. The loan is backed by cocoa sales contracts, and the quantity of cocoa collateralized for its repayment is about 36.2%. So, Mr. Speaker, the collateralized quantity. Don't listen to them. The collateralized quantity is 36.2. And then let me read on. Let me read on. You get it. Mr. Speaker, the remaining 63.8% are being sold on the spot. $4,000. Go ahead. The address is go ahead. Is it here? Is it?
Honorable members. Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. Yes, Honorable Eric, I think you have spoken a lot. So let's conclude your session. So, Honorable Eric, I think your time is up. You'll be given time in the budget discussion. So please.
Mr. Speaker, we have an opportunity to wrap up. So give him 1 minute to wrap up.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, under the foreign sales agreement, we have collateralized 36.2%. Nobody can dispute this. Now, having collateralized We have collateralized 37.2% for the syndicated loan. For the syndicated we are proving today. The remainder, the 63.8% will be sold on spot prices.
You don't understand the system.
Honorable Minister, if you want to come point of order, let's know, so that we'll give you time to explain. But just so honorable, I think you made your point.
So what has happened? In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the remaining 63.8%, which is being sold at a price between $3,600 and $4,000. Even if you use the minimum of $3,600, it means that when they were determining the price, an amount of $550 million was not included. Mr. Speaker, it's a surprise here that the Honorable Minister is saying that they are not going to sell the remainder of 3.8 transport sales. Mr. Speaker, it is captured in his own document. It is captured in your own document. Mr. Speaker, they want me to show. Please give me some 2 seconds to show you.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
So in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, what we are saying is that they use the price of just 37.2% of our cocoa, of the total projected output of 850,000 to determine the price of cocoa for our farmers. And that is why in the report, the chairman of the committee, said that, no, it's not.